Well, hello there, everyone. Bobby D here, and I was just on the Personally Professional podcast or webinar live stream with Susan Hull, and she was absolutely amazing. But she asked me a great question. She says, Bobby, what is it going to look like for live events in 2021? And here we are at the end of February, and yeah, I mean, it really depends on which part of the world that you're in. I mean, that you could have a live event. I mean, there are some spaces that are having live events and they're gathering and they're, doing it kind of back in the old days of how they were. And, there are other places that are not even close to having a virtual event. There's no way so that they, were able to do that. So there's other groups that are thinking about kind of blending the two and creating some type of hybrid event, which is great too. And then there's others that are thinking outside the box and they're like, okay, how do we create something that's pretty unique in a way that we can still gather people, but in a very socially distanced space? So there's a lot of outdoor events that are coming together in which they have giant tents and it's all open air and all the tables are put apart and they're doing that. Golf tournaments have been very successful. I mean, where there's no dinner afterwards and all the fundraising still happens virtually, but that's a way that they're gathering. And then there's different kind of food tastings and wine tastings and different things in which people can still gather at space, but still be a part of that. And then we're seeing a lot of drive-in events that are being created for the spring and the summer and the fall, in which, yeah, giant parking lot, a stage, lights, sound, everything. You're going to throw a concert, but everybody's hanging out in their cars or they're all socially distanced within this giant parking lot. And, there's so many different things that you can do with that. So there's a lot of different options out there. But as you're weighing the cost and the benefit of, do I have a live event in 2021? It's really talk to your donors and talk to your attendees and find out, is this something that they're comfortable with? And if they're not, then that's okay. You can go virtual. There's tons of virtual options that are out there and they're absolutely amazing. But there is also other components within that. You have to weigh the cost benefit of a liability. I mean, if you do push hard and say, we are gonna have a live event and we're not gonna have a virtual option, and people that come to this event, I mean, the liability is within maybe somebody getting sick. We'd hate for that to happen. So that's where we wanna say, yeah, weigh that. But then it's also, are you gonna push a lot of energy and time and dollars into creating this virtual event? People don't show up, and then what does that look like? And you put all this time and energy and money in, and you don't see the ROI out of that. So it's really talking to your board members, talking to your volunteer leadership, your committee, even your staff, and be like, is this something that we should do? Because just because you can doesn't mean you should. And that's the question you've got to ask yourself and ask your team. Is this something that we're ready to jump into? And if you're not, or you're hesitant and you're kind of like, maybe, I mean, there's so many more options that are out there than where we were a year ago. And yes, a year ago, we were just right at the beginning of that shutdown and nobody knew what was going to happen. But now, 12 months later, guess what? Virtual events are happening and they're successful and they continue to evolve and continue to get better and better and better. So it's pretty amazing to see that and to be a part of that evolution as well too. I mean, we're working with lots of different nonprofit groups that are creating and producing these virtual experiences in which they are able to cast that wide net and bring a lot of donors together at one space and one time. So I just want to thank you for spending a few minutes with me and asking yourself those very, very hard questions. Are we going to have a live event in 2021? If we are, what is it going to look like? If we're not even thinking about, why would you postpone? Don't postpone. Give your donors a chance to forget about you. Create something, put it out there, and allow them to be a part of your mission and allow them to be a part of your impact and be a part of your fundraising formula. So thanks again for watching. And again, my name is Bobby D. I'm with Inspire Hearts Fundraising. And please let me know if I can help in any way. You can click the link below and schedule some time. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have, whether it's virtual events, hybrid events, drive-in events, live-in events, how to make them better. If you're looking for an MC or virtual fundraising host or auctioneer, I know someone. I'd be more than honored to be a part of your mission and to be a part of your fundraising plan. All right, well, have a great day, stay awesome, and happy fundraising. All right, everyone, we'll see you later. Thanks, bye.